Hello everyone and welcome back to the Bromancing Life YouTube channel. I'm going to be your host today. My name is Bryan Sosa and we're going to be taking a little bit of a detour today. We're going to be going into my nerdy addiction today. We're going to be talking about a magic deck that I've been brewing up for a while and I think I finally completed to my liking. If you haven't already, please follow us on Instagram at Bromancing Life. Hit that subscribe button, comment down below. Let's just get straight into it. And today's commander deck tech will be on Siona, Captain of Pyleas. She is an absolute monster. She's a legendary creature, human soldier, a 2/2. And when she enters the battlefield, look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may reveal an aura card from among them and put them into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. And on top of that, whenever an aura you control becomes attached to a creature you control, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Siona is bombastic. So I'm going to take you through the strategies I use to win with this deck and basically dominate my enemies. Let's get into it. So first, let's start off with the mana rocks. Obviously, Soul Ring, Commander Staple. Can't go wrong with that one. Cultivator's Caravan. Now, this might look weird, but I enjoy mana rocks that I can use flexibly. And this is a crew one. When you're going wide with this girl, having a 5/5 swinging in makes a huge difference sometimes. It can just change the math when it comes to blockers. Really good card. Obviously an Arcane Signet. You need an Arcane Signet. 2 mana ramp spell. It's just 2 mana rock. You can't go wrong with it. Thran Dynamo. Classic. It just works. Heraldic Banner. Now, I enjoy this card a lot because when you choose white, all your white soldier creature tokens get a little buff, and that little buff is just enough to sometimes end the game entirely. And adding that 1 mana of your choice, which would be white, always useful. Love this card. Prismatic Lens, in case you need to fix your mana. And it's just ramp in general. And Dromoka's Monument, this one's a little weird. I think it's because I don't have Thought Vessel, so I'm just using a really wonky mana rock to help me out here. But it does the job. Sometimes getting a 4/4 white dragon artifact creature token with flying is kind of nice, kind of. And now we move into the ramp. Classics, you know what to do. Circuitous Route. Finding, searching your library for 2 basic land cards or gates. Hella nice. Just ramps you up so quickly. Explosive Veggies. You know what to do. Omen of the Hunt, I really enjoy this card. Sometimes ramping on someone else's end step is really nice. And also, when you sack to scry, it does change what you're going to do your next turn. Scrying is always a powerful ability, and I really appreciate this card having that flexibility, especially when we get into the late game and you're just digging. Cultivate. And Kodama's Reach. Love this art. And now we move on to Tutors. Now, Tutors in this deck are mostly used to just find the right answer at the right time. I have very few of them, but when you do get them, they do change a lot of your attacks, a lot of your defensive options, and can sometimes outright win you the game. So in terms of Tutors, I'm running a Pyleas Pilgrim. She's a 1/2. When she comes in, you search for an aura card. Again, works really well with our commander. You want auras in your hand as often as possible. Amiria's Call, this just finds you the right card when it comes to a creature type. And, I mean, I have one card in here that I consider a bomb. It's pretty good. I really enjoy it. Yeah, this is a must. Idyllic Tutor lets you search for any enchantment card. Auras included. It's too good. For 3 mana, this can find you anything. And Open the Armory, this is just a cheap and effective search your library for an aura card. Sometimes an equipment card, not always though. And yeah, it's just, these cards just rock. They rule in this deck. Now let's go to some utility cards. They just kind of help when you need them to. One of them is Tome of Legends. You will be casting your commander a lot. She is a 3 mana cost. She will get a little expensive over the game, but getting an extra page counter to draw a card for 1 mana, I mean, this, sometimes when you don't have your stuff prepped out, this is a good backup plan. And this, it's just such a godly card. Crystal Chimes, So all of your enchantments that have been sent into the graveyard from a board wipe or just targeted removal, getting them back to your hand is a freaking blessing. Cool, so now let's move on into the creature base. Creature. This deck runs a couple creatures, not that many. They're just here to help us get to the cards we need to win the game, or they just help us find answers, find that juicy card that just puts us over the edge. So first off, we got Destiny Spinner. Now, you might be wondering, why do I have this card? Well, it's the fact that my creatures and enchantments can't be countered. This ability is way too good. I play with people that run a lot of counters, and this just, oh boy, it helps tremendously, especially if it's a game-winning play. Having that protection is insane. And also the bottom ability does come in handy sometimes if you really need an extra hitter. And with the number of enchantments we're running, it can get pretty big. Probably a 5/5, 6/6. I've seen a 7/7. That was on a good day. But yeah, really good card. Starfield Mystic. I absolutely enjoy this card. Cost reduction on enchantment spells, or our spells become much cheaper. And if they leave, he gets bigger. I mean, this card is all around it's consistent. And I love consistency. Especially when it comes to these auras or any enchantment spell, because God, you do lose them pretty quickly. You lose them pretty quickly if someone sees you're a threat right away. Herald of the Pantheon. I enjoy life gain. I've always enjoyed the life gain aspect of this card. It does add up over time. Sometimes it can save you from death. And also the mana reduction cost on these enchantment spells, hecka important. You have no idea. You got Citizen Champion, the all-star in this deck. Literally, when she comes in and you have an enchantment ready, you draw a card, she gets bigger. She just helps you cycle through your deck much quicker, and just gives you a beefy body to swing in with or to block with, because she does have a big butt, so it does help. Satyr Enchanter works in tandem with the enchantments. We draw a card every time we cast one. Consistent, really good. Core Spirit Dancer, the babe in this deck, absolutely monstrous. Her alone, if you don't have the commander out, her alone, she does work. She just does work. Draws you cards, gets bigger every single time. Really bomb. Archon of Sun's Grace. What can you say? It's Archon of Sun's Grace. Gives you flyers with lifelink. Flyers are always a threat at the table. People want you out once you have flyers. Because sometimes, including myself, I don't run a lot of flyers, but having that option is incredibly important. This triggers on every enchantment. Like, you can go so wide with this card. It's so lovely. Bronze-Eyed Lion. I've always liked this card. I think it's a really cool card. And the fact that when it dies, it comes back as an enchantment and can provide indestructible for your commander. It's so awesome. I enjoy this ability so much. I enjoy the versatility of it. If it dies early, it really doesn't matter. And besides, it's a 3/3 for 2. I really enjoy this card. I love this guy. Kron the Dawnclad. Once he's enchanted, he becomes a menace. People get scared. They want to find a way to deal with it. They don't want to lose their stuff. And, the mana cost is a little specific, but in all honesty, the mana cost doesn't matter once you get into late game. Or if you have it early, it becomes a nice, beefy threat that can get rid of anything on the board. It's so nice. Oketra. I run Oketra only because she's double strike indestructible. She can sometimes swing in incredibly hard, even when my commander's gone or I've lost all resources. She does work, and you just have mana sitting there. Might as well just sink it into Oketra. Oketra is just such a nice backup person to have in the deck. Thunderfoot Bailiff. This guy rules. When my commander's out, having 3/3 soldiers is so lit. With Trample, this card works so well with Overwhelming Stampede. It is just so lit. And I've always loved the art. This is also just a flavor thing for me. I've always loved the art. Always loved the flavor text. If you hear it, it's too late. This is such a fun card. I've always enjoyed these cards that have lieutenants on them. Yeah. This is a kind of a placeholder. I'm trying to find a better card to replace this with. This is just to give my commander indestructible. Sure, they can remove Aegis Angel, but again, that's removal you have to waste on her just to get rid of my commander, which I'm totally okay with. If people team up, then that's kind of worth it. Yeah, and it's also a flyer. Again, I fight a lot of dragons at my friend group, so having a 5/5 flyer does help to chump block sometimes. Now let's move on to all the other cards I have. Retether. Excellent card. When you get board wiped, this thing saves your butt. It absolutely does. It returns everything into play and it enchants a creature. Wins you games. Wins you games sometimes. Earthcraft. This card works in tandem with an enchantment I have. It goes infinite. If you want to go that route, I choose not to, but it's nice to have that utility of, tapping a soldier that just came in to untap a target basic land. It just gives you flexibility with your mana base and lets you cast more things. That's the most important part. It's the fact that this gives you more options. Enchantress's Presence lets us draw a card. Self-explanatory. Consistency. We need this. Smothering Tide. You gonna pay too? You need it. If you're running white, this card helps a lot. Sure, we're ramping up pretty quickly, but having this as a backup plan is always nice. Sigarda's Aid. Casting aura spells at flash speed is insanely strong. You have no idea. It is too good. Too good. Divine Visitation. This card rules. Getting 4/4 angels for every soldier. You're going wide and strong. Self-explanatory. Anointed Procession. Doubles your tokens. With Divine Visitation. 2 4/4 angels. Thank you. I'll take the game now. Helm of the Gods. Self-explanatory. This thing makes your commander or any other card just huge. It gets ridiculously huge. Hour of Reckoning. You sometimes need a board wipe, and this is a good one to have. The Convoke is really easy to pay for. The 3 white is whatever, in all honesty, but having to destroy everyone else's creatures, so good. And most of the time, your commander will have Indestructible sometimes, so it'll just work out. Calyx, I love this guy. He's gotten me out of tough situations so many times. The fact that he gives you the ability to look at the top 4 cards for an aura card or an enchantment card and put it into your hand is amazing. Like, this helps you dig. Digging is so good. Exiling a target creature or enchantment, always helpful. Never got into that ult yet. People don't let me, but it's the utility this guy provides. It's so worth it sometimes. Path to Exile. Pretty straightforward. Exile target creature. They gain life. Sure. No, wrong card. They get a basic land, but honestly, totally worth it just to get rid of something really troublesome. Overwhelming Stampede. You're going so wide, you need to finish them. This gives +X and +X and trample equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. Your commander is going to be that greatest power. Most often than not, she will just be a monster. She'll be a 10/10, a 15/15 sometimes. So good. And now let's finish off the deck with all the enchantments and auras we're going to cast. This is the best part. These things are fantastic. So, more ramp. Wild Growth. This is a better version of a little elf, a little mana dork, because it's a land. People don't usually run land removal or land destruction, so this helps out a ton. Ethereal Armor. Gives +1/+1 for each enchantment you control, and it gives the creature first strike. Fantastic. Makes the commander really freaking large. This is too good to pass up, and it's for 1 mana. Angelic Destiny. This is such a powerhouse card. I love this card. It gives +4/+4, gives the creature flying and first strike, and is an angel in addition to other types. Love angels. When an enchanted creature dies, return it to its owner. Return this card to its owner's hand. So again, the ability to reuse this and make your commander a threat, or any other card a threat with flying. Love it. Gift of Immortality, a must-have in this deck. When your commander or creature dies, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. Then you return Gift of Immortality to the battlefield attached to that creature at the beginning of the next end step. This card is just consistent. Unless they remove this, your person's coming back, and it's going to be fantastic. Alpha Authority. I enjoy this card a lot. Giving hexproof for occasionally 1 mana or 2 mana, really good. and making them only block with one creature. If your creature has got trample, this is just... Whoo! Yup, it's pretty good. I enjoy this card. This is, I believe, the all-star in the deck. Felidar Umbra. The fact that the creature gets lifelink is, it's fine and dandy. Nothing impressive. But it's that second ability. Attach Felidar Umbra to target creature you control. I don't know if you know, but if you move this aura around to all the little guys, all the little soldiers that Siona's making, you keep making soldiers. This is a factory maker when it comes to soldiers. This can swarm the field incredibly quickly. Oh, and combos really well with... Earthcraft. Because you can tap an untapped creature you control, untap target basic land. If the basic land's enchanted with Wild Growth, you can see where I'm going with this. If it's a plains that's enchanted with Wild Growth, you get 2 mana off of that. Use the white and the green to attach Felidar Umbra to another creature. Tap that untapped creature you control. Target that same basic land. Use the Wild Growth to transfer this over. Use it again, and so on and so forth. This just becomes a nice infinite. Super lit. It does pop off sometimes. Not always. It's not completely necessary in the deck, but it's such a cool thing to do. And honestly, if it happens, it happens. Sometimes it's cool having infinite soldiers. Griff's Boon. This thing's awesome. I just love the fact that it can recur itself. It recurs itself. If you have extra mana just floating, this is just awesome. It buffs every other card. It triggers other things. It's awesome. Just super cool. Oh, Flickering Ward. This thing saves your commander at times. It's just too good. When you've got Sigard's out there, bouncing this back for 1 white mana, casting it again for 1 white mana, changing the protection that you give it is awesome. Sometimes just giving it a specific color protection, versus a red creature that's blocking your path and it's really huge. This helps so much. You just get through and finish them off. So cool. Love this card. Protects from removal spells. Yeah, lit. Shield of Oversoul. Self-explanatory. Commander's green and white, so she's going to get indestructible and flying. And +2/+2. Super nice. Yeah, of course, you can enchant another creature, but usually your commander. Bear Umbra. Untaps your lands. Gives +2/+2. Totem Armor. I mean, the works. The works. Umbra Mystic, giving all of their auras totem armor. What a lifesaver. Completely saves your commander from, spot removal or board wipes. Consistent. Love it. Flicker Form. This is just a great card in this deck. Exiling that enchanted creature and all auras attached to it to save it from a board wipe or spot removal, and then returning them and triggering Siona again for her not only her dig, but making the creature tokens when she comes back in. Ugh. Hyena Umbra. I love the first strike. Again, just more fuel for the commander. This is more fuel for the card in the deck. Cheap, low to the ground. It helps a lot. Giving trample, blessing, making 2 blockers, blessing. Really nice. Ugh, finishes game sometimes. This thing letting you draw when it enters. So clean. And then giving +1/+1 for each aura that's already attached. So good. So good. Ancestral Mask. Just a powerhouse. Enchanting a creature for +2/+2. And it getting that buff for each enchantment on the battlefield. That includes your opponents. So lit. Let me clarify real quick. Each other. Indestructibility. Just a good card. Gives indestructible. I like that. Holy Mantle. I'm someone who likes to run protection from creatures because you just need to get that damage through. It don't matter if they got an army of 2/2 zombies, of 5/5, 7/7, 8/8 dragons. Nah. You getting through. You getting through. Spider Umbra, giving reach against flyers. Monumental. Love this card. As you can tell, I run against a lot of flyers in my friend group, and it's annoying. It's very annoying. So having this backup plan is really nice. Oh, Eidolon of the Countless Battles. This makes your creature amazing. You bestow for 2 mana and 2 white. Attach it to your commander, another creature. Don't matter. Gonna trigger her, make another creature. Oh. All that glitters. Finishing card. Gives +1/+1 for each artifact and enchantment you control. So good. Powerful card. Vigilance, first strike, lifelink, +3/+3. Of course, your creature needs to be enchanted already, but that won't be a problem in this deck. Trust me. And last but not least, Spirit Mantle. +1/+1, protection from creatures. Just lets you get through. Super important. Lets you get through. But yeah, that will be my Siona, Captain of Pyleas deck. She's my absolute favorite deck. I don't play her a lot because I know that I can always pull it out of my butt. She's such a comeback queen. She either wins hecka early or she's able to stall off long enough where she can just rebuild herself again and just destroy someone. She's an awesome commander. Highly recommend. You could always make her budget friendly. I have a couple of pricey cards in here, but you know, she is totally doable as a budget friendly commander. Again, she goes tall. She just gets big, and she goes wide. She makes an army. That's what the flavor of this card is so cool. I love it. But yeah, if you enjoyed, please hit the like button, subscribe, and follow us for more content. Anyway, have a great day. Bye. If you liked this video, please let us know in the comment section below. That would help us out tremendously. And yeah, see you guys in the next video.